Cheers. That's the good stuff. I'm recording this on St. Patrick's Day, so I figured I'd pop a Guinness. And explain to you what happened to the Montero. So, my 1991 Mitsubishi Montero, I was driving it towards Arrowhead, California, right before I got to the 330, which is a road that climbs up. It's a long climb. It made some bad noises. Car sat for a bit. I swear to God, that's my first sip of Guinness. Car sat for a bit till I was able to tow it to a shop because I had to wait a month till they could fit me in. Aussie's Automotive in Bell Garden, California. I knew it was the right place, though, when I dropped it off because there was about 4 or 5 other Monteros there, 2 already on lifts, some people getting gearing done, some people getting engine work. Aussie knows his stuff. Highly recommended. So he tore my engine apart, and we discovered that though it was a 6G72, which is the correct engine family for the Montero, this was the wrong 6G72. At some point in the life of this truck, someone swapped in what would have been the 6G72 for a front-wheel drive Dodge minivan. The oil pickup was slightly different. It just wasn't the right engine. Now, the fun part is when he showed me the damage that had happened to the engine, here is one of the bearings. Let's see if it'll focus on that. Come on, focus. You can do it. Okay, so this is supposed to be flat. I'll get my face up to it. This is supposed to be flat. And you can see there's a big ridge there. And I mean, it's just, this bearing is absolutely trash. All of them look like that. Every single one. I keep that one on my desk as a memento of the bad times. So we needed to find a new engine. And doing that in a 91 Montero is not an easy task. Aussie found one out of a yard up in Northern California. They wanted kind of a surprising amount for it and then shipping. But we got it. He'd had them take tons of pictures, and so he knew that this was a good candidate for the engine swap. So eventually the engine gets down, we swap on new water pump, some other new parts to this new used engine. And then I get the call that my truck is ready to go. I go up there, I pick it up. I didn't announce this on social media or any of that crap. And I made it a mile from the freeway when the truck stuttered and died. And I was shitting myself because right before that, my eyes were beaming and I was stoked to be in my truck. Music playing. I have a good sound system in that truck. It's never sounded as good. It's never been as smooth. Oh my God, I got my truck back. This is awesome. Stutters, dies. I'm like, oh, I text him. He's like, I'll be right there. Of course, I can't get it to fire back up. Of course, when he gets there, it fires right back up. We go for a ride together. It's fine. I was like, what the hell was that? And then, as we're going back towards his truck, we feel that little stutter. He's like, oh, I felt that. All right, you drive my truck back to the shop. Let's go. I had a suspicion it was like ignition or timing related just because of the weird backfire noise and the stutter. And he thought the same thing. He'd been driving it for a week, but he hadn't driven it enough to get it to warm up. And when he used the distributor from that replacement engine, we think that was a bad distributor. So he's like, all right, I'm going to swap the distributor from your engine, because we knew that was a good distributor, onto this one. But I want to keep it for a few days, drive it more, really get it up to temp. He even took it on a parts run to Pomona. He asked me before he did that, hey, can I take it on a drive? Absolutely. And he said, it's good to go. I go up, I pick it up. Fires right up, sounds great. Driving right in the same spot before, doesn't happen. Get on the freeway. I have my music low. I'm listening for anything. Halfway through the drive, I realize this truck is perfect. While I was there, I had them reseal the transfer case as well. A great billet piece from Adventure Driven Design. If you own one of these trucks, you know Adventure Driven Design. So halfway through turn the music up. Truck is good. We're ready to go. Now, I want to do a shout out to everybody on social media because I made a post, like a woe is me post. I just didn't know what to do with the truck because the amount required, the dollar amount required to fix it was immense, especially on a vehicle that old. But I said what the vehicle meant to me, and it was like at the time my most liked post where everybody's like, keep this truck alive. If you need help, we will fly out. We'll do this engine swap. Just the motivation to remind me, like, what the hell am I thinking? Of course I'm going to fix this truck. And I did, and I earned a lot of Amex points by doing so. And I really appreciate everyone saying, hey, keep this truck going, because that's where we're at. But to help, maybe some people are like, do a GoFundMe. I don't need to do a GoFundMe. I mean, I can afford to fix the truck. It did hurt, but I can afford to do. I'm not going to do a GoFundMe. I don't begrudge people who do GoFundMes. They can do great things for great people. In this situation, a GoFundMe didn't make sense. But what does make sense is I do have the ability to reach out to my friends at blip.sh and make a shirt. So we came up with a shirt idea. I wanted something related to like those adventure logos like you would see on a Patagonia type deal. We had a few different design ideas. They, of course, I gave them a crappy idea to start with. They, of course, because they turn to their artists, they make it better. So it says, "Don't stop running, please." We got the license plate. We got Hooniverse in there. We got all that. Like the wheels look good. We got a mountain. We got adventure. We got all this stuff. So this is on sale today. If you're watching this on Monday, March 18th, this goes on sale today. And the idea, I wanted to create a shirt to help offset the cost to get the Montero back on the road. And if you're watching this and saying, I'm not buying a fucking shirt, that's fine. I totally get that, and that's totally fine. But I wanted to create something that if you do want to help with the funds of the Montero, I feel like this is better than like a GoFundMe, because you're getting a shirt. You're buying a product, and I get a small amount of that sale to help with that. The link will be in the video description. And if you can find the partner stores on blip.sh anyway, but the link will be prominent in the video description here. But the purpose of this video is to say that the Montero is back, and then it's also a thank you to everyone who said, don't let this thing die. It was motivation I needed to keep the truck alive. I want my daughter to drive that truck someday, and she's not even 9 yet. It's the only vehicle I've ever had an actual emotional connection with, because like anything else I've had, when it comes time to sell it, it's like, okay, bye. I do miss my F100 every now and then, but that's about it. Like the Montero means a lot more to me. I've taken it more places. I've slept in it. I've driven it off road where it surprised the hell out of me in so many good ways. And I've put a lot, like of all my vehicles, that's the one I've put the most miles on. And now I think we're in a good place with it, with the correct 6G72. There's no drips, transfer case fully sealed. I think this thing is ready to rock and roll and keep living on and to not stop running.